Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now this is going to be a super quick video. I need to get this recorded because the new Jaeger Precision recoil weights for the VFC M249 are ready. So if you haven't been paying attention, up on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook, I posted out an update that all the pre-orders, and yes, all those in the box pre-orders will be going out tomorrow, which is Tuesday the 12th of March, and there's a little bit of difference compared to the one that you might have seen in previous videos, which is already installed in here. And this is dead simple, really easy to do. I've taken the bolt out of the M249. You should only really be fitting this part if you know how to do that, because if you don't know how to do that, then you might struggle. And if you've bought an M249 GBB, I'm, sort of assuming you know how to do that. It's very easy. You pop the pin on the rear stock, you pop the stock down, and then you take out the recoil spring system, and then this will pull straight to the rear. Now, what you need to pay attention to is this section of the bolt is actually reverse thread. So what you're going to do, you're going to take a tool. It can be any type of tool. I tend to use like a 3mm Allen key, which I do have one here somewhere. Let's hope this is the right size. Might have to go down a size. But basically all you want to be doing is taking some kind of tool, something that's strong, and you can put it through the end hole on the bolt, and basically you turn it clockwise as if you're tightening it. And then as you do that, you'll see it starts to unwind. So if you are trying to take it off conventional thread, like right hand thread method, you could damage the bolt because it's not going to come off that way. So you'll see we turn it off here, and in mine I have the prototype, which was stainless steel. Now, just for those of you out there that are curious, because the most... Oh man, the battery's gone on this. I'm hoping not. There we go. One of the biggest requests for this product, I'm hoping you can see that, was that to make it heavier. So you'll see it's 000. Let me zoom you in here so hopefully you can see it. So 000 there. The stainless steel weight comes in just shy of 90 grams, so 88.5. This was the prototype. This has been used extensively. You can see there's no difference on the bit there. Yours will come in a packaging like this. It's just an extendable plastic tube packaging. Pull that out, it's wrapped in plastic. Because to get the extra weight, and it's probably not going to be mounds, we've had to change the material. So this one comes in slightly higher. So it's not... When I said I was moving material to brass instead of stainless, a lot of people were concerned that it was going to be drastic. So I'm hoping you can see that there. It's 92.70. So 92.70, 88.5. So you're talking about 4 grams heavier. So it's not mounds, but we have managed to get it a little bit heavier. And when I used this at a game and I was rocking this recoil rod, it just grins all around. It's just a superb upgrade. Many people are worried about longevity. Honestly, the only thing you really need to check, in my opinion, over time is that the parts aren't coming loose, because you've got added recoil there. So going from stainless to brass, obviously brass does corrode. So let's say you drop your M249 in a load of water and you don't dry it off and clean it properly. Just like brass barrels, brass can corrode. If that happens, it's not a problem. It can be buffed up, but to be honest, that'd be very difficult. But it's dead simple. You remove the tube like that. If you're taking apart one that hasn't been modified, obviously because mine already had the stainless weight in, you'll unscrew it like that and you'll notice that it's completely empty. You take your recoil rod, pop it in there, and we just screw it back on. So we're going to pop this all the way. Remember, it's reverse thread, much like the counterclockwise thread on your muzzle devices. This is a counterclockwise thread. So we're just going to do it up there. Take your tool again, just so you can add a bit of torque, and we're just going to tighten that in. The other question I had been asked was, why did I do it this way instead of just replacing the whole tube? Again, cost. The part is very cheap, I think. Retail wise, it's £25. There are other methods out there that are double in price. Nothing wrong with those methods whatsoever. There's many ways to skin a cat. The other question I was asked was, I do the recoil rod. Other companies are doing like pistons and stuff like that. Can you use it with those parts? And yes, you could, as long as they've made either the tubes or the pistons ends to the same spec as the VFC. They can work together. You do want to be careful adding almost 100 grams there. You're probably going to add another 80 to 90 grams on the front there if you make this part, depending on how that part's made. I'm not too sure. Just be careful. This part gives you more than you need. And yeah, it's as simple as that. I'll put the link to this video up on the website just so you can find it. So that is as simple as it gets, really. When I first had my M249, I can't remember it being particularly hard to get this off. Of course, many people I've seen doing washers. You can do that. It's a very easy DIY thing. The recoil rod is going to give you more weight because it's packing more material. You've got no space between the washers. So it is utilizing the full space of the bolt that's available. What I did want to say is, don't get mole grips and put them on here if you don't want to damage it. Do the method I've showed you. There wasn't really much Loctite on mine whatsoever. If you're struggling to, let's say you put a tool in, you're trying to turn it clockwise and it won't come off, just apply a little bit of heat here. Obviously be careful not to apply the heat to your nozzle. A little bit of heat and it'll break the thread lock. So that is a very quick tutorial today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope this helps you. And if you have purchased a M249 recoil rod from me, really appreciate you guys supporting. One thing I do want to stress, I don't rely on Jaeger Precision for my income. I actually have quite fortunate to have a well-paying job. This is, like a side thing for me. It's my passion, it's my obsession, and all the money that comes in from orders on the website onto products that I've made doesn't go into my bank account and send me on holiday for the summer. I can't remember, obviously the last holiday I had was probably more than a decade ago. All that money that comes in goes back into developing even more parts, and it just constantly funds itself. So there's many cool, exciting products that I do want to talk about, but I can't just yet. You may have seen the suppressor prototype from the last video or the video before that. I'm also working on a hop unit for the MWS and all kinds of stuff that I don't want to reveal, because just lately there are people watching what I'm doing and then trying to release something similar before I can get it to the market. So thank you very much for buying this product. I hope you enjoy it. The brass one looks cooler in my opinion with the colour, but you're never going to see it anyway. And just before I go, the reason that I did it this way is it's just so easy, and it helps secure all that good stuff on the spring guide. It will just slip all the way through, and in my opinion, the way that I tested it, it was the best way to do it. So I'm babbling now, so I'm going to wrap this video up. Thanks very much for supporting Jaeger Precision as always. Thank you for hopefully subscribing to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And as always, from me and Bench, we'll see you in the next one.